What do you think about this whole meltdown that happened recently with Kanye?
I think that as far as Kanye goes, it's a very thin line, that genius line. I know some people personally, been on tour with some, if you know what I mean, who walk that very thin line of being crazy and being genius crazy. Um, I do believe that he really did not have time to get over his mother's death. I believe that. I've heard that he has a bad time in November all the time because I think that's when his mother's funeral was in November. That funeral. I think that he has a lot on his plate. I think that I actually think that Kim is good for him. I think they're good for. I think they're perfect for each other. I just think that maybe he needs to take the kids, take Kim, go to St. Kitts or somewhere, power down, shut it down, write some new music, get back to what he was doing before. Fuck the tennis shoes, fuck the clothing line, fuck all that, and just make music. But he needs to power down for a while because that whole cycle that he's in is a really fast-moving treadmill. And it doesn't stop. The words you will never hear in this industry is, hey, you look a little tired. Why don't you take a couple of weeks off? Nobody gonna say that to you. Not in comedy, not in music, not in acting, not in anything. They will work you till the wheels, your mental wheels, literally fall off. And he probably had the best rest he's had in years up there on them meds in the psych ward and Cedar Sinai or wherever he was at. So I really hope that he pulls himself together in his own time, that he gets some real spiritual, guidance or counseling, maybe go to Agape out here and talk with Beckwith or something and bring it down, burn some incense, eat some good home-cooked food, and relax. That's what my hope for Kanye would be, because he is a real genius and he's a great talent. I would hate all these rants and all this shit just make him look like a lunatic. And fuck around and somebody will shoot him. The police will shoot him.
Right after this came out, Star Magazine had this cover story about the Kardashians being black widows. And they broke down every relationship, from Kris Jenner, her husband became a woman. Courtney, Lamar became a crackhead. Scott Disick's an alcoholic. And now you have Kanye, who now fell apart on stage and canceled his whole entire tour. And I think people don't fully realize, you're a performer. You understand the process involved on a tour and how many people are involved and how much money's involved. For you to just walk out on a major stadium tour and say, fuck the rest of these shows, this has implications of tens of millions of dollars and thousands of jobs.
Well, I heard, first of all, Lamar was a crackhead before. He was just a functioning crackhead. But being in that cycle, I think just sent him back. And then he had very horrible friends around him that are dead now. His boy Jamie died. I think,
and he almost died. Think about that whole situation.
He came back out, and then a couple of weeks later, he's at the bar knocking back some Jack Daniels and shit. So he's not just a crackhead; he have a mental problem, which is a shame. And by the way, I saw him and Chloe's sex tape too. What's all this taping? I've been fucking for years. I ain't never made no sex tape. I don't want to see the nasty shit I'm doing the next day. You're damn right, I don't want to see it. I think that there is maybe a little bit of a, I don't know if you call it a curse, but what I heard is that Kanye really didn't cancel the concert. I heard the promoter people shut it down. Now, for them to do that, like let's say it was AEG or whatever, for them to do that and know the millions of dollars that they're gonna lose, it's almost unheard of, because they'll wheel you out on a gurney to do a goddamn show. When Cat was nothing to fuck up, did nobody stop his show? They let him
Right.
go out there and snap right in front of everybody, and they didn't give a fuck, and they kept that goddamn money until they just absolutely had to refund people and stuff like that. So I
Oh,
heard
wait. So let me stop you for a second. So at one point they started canceling Cat Williams shows?
Are you being funny?
No, because I remember he was doing shows throughout the whole like meltdown. Like right after he got into like that wrestling match with that kid, he did a show right afterwards talking about it.
Well, they just had to cancel and refund Oakland.
Oh, I didn't know that. I'm not being funny. I honestly didn't know.
But that was because they did something that he said. He said he didn't want to do Oakland. He told him he wasn't going to do Oakland. They booked Oakland anyway, you see?
Okay.
Well, he didn't do it. So there you go. But these people, but the Kanye people, I heard that it wasn't Kanye. I heard it was whoever the people behind the concert that shut it all down. I could be wrong. That's just what I heard on the underground. And it is a lot. It takes a lot because they've already booked those venues. You know, they've already printed out tickets. They've already printed out merchandise. I don't know. So if he did it, if he has the authority to do it, which I would think that if you just don't show up, but then, you know, if you just don't show up, your show is canceled. But then they sue you. You know, I'm beginning to believe every day a little bit more in this Illuminati.
Yeah?
I'm beginning to believe a little bit more every day. Because the devil is alive and working overtime right now. He's in the White House, painting the walls right now.